How's it going, everybody? I'm PatrckStatic, and welcome to Satisfactory. A brand new, it's been out for a while. A brand new building factory, kind of like Factorio, back when Wade and I played Factorio. It's basically 3D Factorio. Basically, Factorio meets Ark meets Subnautica is how I've kind of dubbed it. It's amazing, it's fun. I've been playing a lot of it over on Twitch, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna start a little mini-series here on YouTube and see what you guys think about it, and maybe try to get Wade to play, because we both love Factorio, and I think Wade would really like this. But I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Let me know how your guys' day is going down in the comments. I hope it's going well. I hope you all are excited for this. I have put way too much time into this, so I do know a bunch of how this game works, which could be easier to explain to a lot of people who don't have any idea what this game is. So I'm going to start a brand new game. Now these are 3 different starting areas. This game is in early access. I'll tell you guys the details. I believe it's like $30 on the Epic Games launcher, same place where you play Fortnite. And these are the 3 starting areas. You can't play with friends. I think you play up to 4 people. So multiplayer with Wade, if you're watching. And yeah, these are the 3 starting areas. There's the grass fields, or the plains that I like to call them, the rocky desert, and then the northern forest, kind of a jungly area. Now the cool thing is, this is one ginormous map, and you can get to all 3 of these, from what a dev has told me, by just exploring the game. Kind of like open sandboxy Subnautica kind of thing. You can go to different biomes. So imagine in Subnautica, you can plop yourself, or kind of like Ark, you can plop yourself in different areas. So it's kind of like that. I think today we're going to start in the grass fields. This is where I spend 99% of all my time. Ooh, but I'm starting to think, I haven't really messed around with the northern forest. Makes building harder, but biomass a common resource. Nicely balanced distances and building opportunities, but limited biomass. You know, we'll try the rocky desert. I haven't tried the northern forest, although I think I've traveled to it from the grass fields. This is the hardest thing. Okay, butts are cool. There you go, perfect. I like it. Let's start in the rocky desert today. We'll start in a brand new area. Not really a brand new. I've played in this area with my buddy Steven Spawn. He's a freaking amazing guy. Kind of like second in command for Able Gamers. Love Able Gamers. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen this cutscene. So. Hello? Well.
Attention, Pioneer. The following instructional video is a summary of your impending duties.
I forgot about the video! Okay. Well, let's watch the video. Fix it!
Fix-It Pioneers have 3 cyclical assigned
Reminds me of
pillars
Jurassic
work
Park.
to ultimately accomplish project assembly.
Me! Woo!
Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings.
Yep. Dig up stuff.
And gather resources.
Find
to provide
resources.
Desired results and improve your infrastructure.
So we gotta
Make
explore.
sure to report any
Steal
unusual
it.
discoveries to R&D for analysis.
No, I would never. Oh, I could just. I don't have a vacuum. I wish I had a vacuum in the
Expand your
game.
factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation.
Automate everything.
That's
all we have to do.
Get to work and be effective.
I will be super effective, Ada.
Warning, planetfall imminent. Please remain seated during full procedure.
I'm seated.
Atmospheric entry in 5, 4.
My ass is ready.
2.
Clunching.
Planetfall procedure initialized.
Ah! I thought we'd hit the ground by now. Oh, we're still not there. Tell me when we land. I'm gonna take a nap. Where's the sandwich? I like how they have like a nice little like survival emergency sticker thing on the wall. I can't really reach that though. Oh, are we safe on the? Ooh, beautiful rocky desert. All right. Well, are we allowed to escape our living?
Planetfall complete.
Planetfall complete.
Please ensure the integrity of your multi-purpose exploration.
That was fun ride.
100%.
Okay. Chuck. Time to go, baby.
Efficiency first. Godspeed.
I got my little scanner doodad. Now this thing is everything. My little scanner. So, jumping first step. Woo! Okay. So, incoming message. Ada's gonna tell us kind of how to play.
Massage 2 ABB.
Planet
your
Massage.
designated sector in the binary star system of Akicha.
Akicha.
I am Ada.
Hi,
Also known
Ada.
as artificial directory and assistant, tasked to support pioneers such as you in their mission. You are the third of your sector to survive planetfall.
Third?
Congratulations.
Who are the other two? Thank
Note,
you.
Objective-based introduction initialized.
Okay.
Welcome to onboarding.
Onboarding. Uh-oh. Okay.
First objective. Please dismantle the drop pod. The resulting materials will be repurposed to construct a habitat and utility base from
Or
now on referred
hub.
to as the hub.
Perfect.
Note, Fixit Incorporated is cost-effective and we do not waste.
Oh, I waste all the time, as you guys will slowly see. Oh!
Second objective. Please ensure you have your Fixit Incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving the drop zone.
Zapper!
Note, according to Fixit regulations, every pioneer should have
Ow!
access to a means of defense against extraterrestrial threats.
Okay. Oh my god, another message.
Third objective. Please familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find iron.
Iron
Note,
is important!
The acquisition of iron is considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
Okay. So, welcome to Satisfactory. Woo! Little hermit crab things. Bap bap. Okay, so that's kind of like this. From what's gonna happen from here on out, it's gonna be a little bit of a tutorial of how to play. Here in the Rocky Desert, everything's kind of a nice little even area where everything's far away from. Everything's equally far away. In every biome you go to, things will be a little bit more of a challenge. I haven't really explored this biome too much. But there's a bunch of different stuff. These are berry nuts. The berry nuts, as Ada's going to tell us, is a health item.
This possesses minor healing properties.
A healing properties.
Further analysis required.
We can research this to figure out what they do, even in more in-depth medicinal purposes. Now, this wouldn't be a fun game if there weren't enemies or things I have to avoid. So these little berry things, as you can see growing on those trees, are not fun. If I get close to them, which I will show you guys here in a second, just because that would be most people's first thing. It was my first thing that I did. I'm like, ooh, look at these berries. Like, ooh, shiny. I want them. Yeah, no, they explode, then bees come out. And bees suck. Come here. You get 3 of them, and I gotta punch them all. Hi-ya. Hi-ya. Where's the last one? There you are. I see you. Can't get away from me. Where you? Come fight me! Ha ha! Alright. So, there's gonna be a bunch of enemies. Not so much like this thing. Not so much like the little...
Studying the remains of this creature might shed light on how to defend yourself in the future. I recommend analysis.
I will do that. I will do that very soon. So, oh, bird. So, this is kind of like half of the game. This is exploration. You can kind of go anywhere you like. There's really not a downside to making your base or your hub anywhere. The only issue is you have to make sure you kind of build... I like building it on a nice flat surface. Because, as you guys will see as we go on, when things get uneven, it's really difficult and it drives me insane. It drives me insane. Oh, I'm next to one of those. Now that is a work in progress story thing. As I mentioned earlier, this is early access. Not everything in this game is finished just yet. So, this is ore, and
Fourth
it's pure.
objective, build the hub.
Okay.
Note, to complete this objective, the resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed.
Thank you.
Caution, ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the...
She's saying exactly what I just said. What we're going to want to do is wherever your iron or your copper, whatever resources you're mining is, you want to make sure that's somewhat close to your base. Otherwise, it's just going to be really hard to... Not really hard, but it's just going to be a task. Wow, I've got 3 nodes here. It's gonna be, and I got copper over there. It's gonna be a real task to bring it all back home. So this is actually really, really nice. The fact that we've got 3 iron nodes here. Now, unlike Factorio, Factorio had a finite amount of ore. If you guys remember, it was a top-down kind of automated kind of game where you had to also avoid enemies, but also expand your city or your factory. This is very similar in that sense, except this ore, as of right now, has no plans to ever deplete. So I can put a drill here, a drill there, and a drill there, and it will infinitely bring me iron, which is awesome to me, because I don't have to go and I don't have to keep moving my base or expanding my base. In the future, I would love a hardcore mode where, you know, I guess I do dig up all the minerals on this planet, which would suck. Oh, I've got 2 copper things here too. Ooh, this is a good spot. Now, this isn't procedurally generated. If you guys were jumping in the game, you guys could possibly find the exact same spawn that I have. The cool thing is you guys can have a little bit different boom! Ouch. A different experience on how you build stuff. Buh, buh. Buh, buh. I will eat you, bee. Ah! Come here. Ah! Okay. As you can see, we're missing a little bit of health. Now we want to take our nut and gotta eat them nuts. Okay. So now we've got one more bee thing over here. What I'm doing is I'm trying to clear this out before I start doing stuff. More of a future. Hello? Not today. Oh, I tried to get you. Come here, little biscuit. Bam! Okay, so now we've got that done. Now we can focus on getting basic stuff done, right? Pick that up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this first node. We have to break the first node so that we can eventually put drills on top of here. There's like a personal drill, and then there's like a giant drill that we could put on here. But again, we have to break this main node. So I'm planning for the future. I'm also gonna be grabbing a bunch of the plant life and stuff, the wood here. There are trees and water and a bunch of beautiful things. My buddy TestTube actually has been playing this as well, and he said he found a water monster. I have not found a water monster in my game yet, which is great because that would scare the actual living shit out of me.
Initial scans reveal coloring properties in the flower petals.
Oh.
Further analysis required.
Hey, look at that. Big dude. But there's a bunch of different stuff in the game. Look at the little bird. Oh, scared him. My bad, birdie. There are spiders in this game. So what I can do, if a lot of you guys don't like spiders, is I can turn on arachnophobia mode, which is an actual setting in the game. Here, right here, we can turn it on, and it will just plaster a PNG photo of one of the dev's cats. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't mind spiders. Anywho, let's get our progress going here. Let's throw down our hub. So this is gonna be our main dig. This is where we're gonna be spending a lot of our time, right here. So this is our hub. This is probably not the best. So what I'm planning on is having a lot of my...
You have unlocked hub feature, manual
Thank you.
craft bench. Hub feature,
Did it all by
hub
myself.
terminal. 5th objective, hub upgrade, storage and power.
Okay.
Note, the craft bench and hub terminal are essential for progression to the next objective.
Yes, it is. Okay. So now that we've got our hub down, this is where we can learn how to make new stuff. So from our hub first upgrade, we can get a smelter, we can get power lines, which will give us power. We can make more zappers, which they don't take a durability loss, which is nice. And we can learn how to make copper and find copper. Luckily, we found copper already. And then we get the portable miner. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to see what requirements of that is. And the requirements is 10 iron rods. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to our iron or our workbench here, and we're going to grind up a lot of these iron ingots, which we dug up over there. Or the iron ore, we're gonna fabricate the iron ore into iron ingots, and then from the iron ingots, we're gonna make iron rods, which is a requirement for our mission here, our unlock. I hope I'm not going too fast. It is a little too fast, and I apologize. So we can select this really quick. Now, right now, what I'm doing is not automated, obviously. It's physically me taking ore, coming back to the workbench. Eventually, what I'll have is a bunch of machines hooked up to all these ores, and it produces all of these automatically for me. That is the objective of the game, as well as to explore and automate anything and everything I may need. So we're going to upgrade our hub to tier 1, or to upgrade 1. And as you can see, things start to change a bit. We got new buildings, equipment, parts, and scannable resources, which is copper.
You have unlocked hub feature,
Bing, bing.
biomass generator. Hub feature,
And it's a sonar.
personal storage.
Tells me how far away it is.
Feature, copper.
It's pretty nice.
New equipment, buildings, and blueprints, which can be found in the workshop when built, build menu, and craft bench respectively.
Nifty. Alrighty. So,
6th objective, hub upgrade, construction.
Okay.
Note, connect buildings to a generator for power. Note, buildings such as the smelter require a blueprint to be set.
yeah, I know.
Advice, automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
Don't you worry. We'll get that going here in a second. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to smack down some more iron ore into iron ingots and take that and put it into iron plates. As you can see, we have an upgrade 2 on the side. Now, one cool thing we could do is if we wanted to, we can select this mission and it'll tell us what we need up in the top right, which is really, really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to build this workshop. And this workshop allows us to craft more stuff that the workbench doesn't allow us to do. Now, what we need is these portable miners. So we need cables and we need wire. Both of that comes from copper, which is why we can now scan for copper or iron. I was like, what the heck was that? Now, the cool thing I was saying as Ada was talking is this is more of a sonar kind of a thing. It will go out to the farthest degree, as you can see, that's 830 meters away, and it'll ping where it is. And we'll be able to scan for a bunch of stuff. You can scan a bunch of times if you want. Probably not the smartest thing to keep scanning for copper, but we got really lucky it all being so close. So what we're going to do is the exact same thing we did for the iron, but for copper, is we're going to take the copper ore, finite that into copper ingots, and with the copper ingots, we can make wire. And with wire, you may have guessed it, we can make cable from the wire. So we're going to make half and half there, come back over here and make one portable miner. Bloop! And we can make more if we had a little bit more iron. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring our little friend here, this little drill, which requires no power, and plop him right there. And what he's going to do is he's just going to start digging. And he's going to start digging for a bunch of iron ore. Now, it's not going to be smelted or anything. It's not going to be, you know, already ready to use. It's just going to be ore that we can take manually back to our workbench and start manually smacking it down to get more iron. Now, what we do need is 50 copper wire, which we're going to have to smack out a bunch. And then 10, ooh, we're close to 10 iron rods. There you go. We need a couple more iron plates. Now, we should have enough copper wire. For the upgrade is what I'm focusing on. For anybody that wasn't clear on that. That was my bad. As you can see, I'm losing myself in this already. Iron plates. And then, as you can see, the costs and everything for what we're doing here. I'm sorry I'm not explaining this as well as I should. But what I want to do is we're going to go to our second upgrade, which is a constructor, power poles, biomass, which is a fuel source, as well as some other stuff. And we can scan for limestone, which makes concrete. Now, one thing that I didn't explain very well after we upgrade is we got a biomass burner. So this is kind of a generator of sorts. It takes energy from plant life, like wood, leaves. I think the flower petals I can burn technically. But right now it's not connected to anything, which is okay. Because we don't really have anything that requires energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to dump all this in there and upgrade our hub again. And now we have a little house we're building. Excuse me, sir. I live here.
Congratulations. You have unlocked Scanner Stone.
You're getting
New buildings and
Scanner
blueprints, which can be found in the build
Limestone.
menu and craft bench respectively.
How far? Ooh.
7th objective.
235.
Upgrade conveyor belts. Note: use power poles to expand the power network for optimal results.
Conveyor belts. That's what I want.
Constructors are capable of constructing copious parts, of which only one type at a time.
Ooh, it's getting dark. Okay. So, as you can see, now we've got some stuff going on. Some stuffy stuffs. So now what we're going to need for the next one, for the next upgrade, which is what I want to work on a lot, is getting a lot of this upgrade stuff done, is conveyor belts. Once we get conveyor belts, we can fully start automating iron and copper, as well as our new stuff, our new ore we can scan for, which is limestone. The limestone, as I just mentioned, can be made into cement or concrete. I think it's concrete, not cement, or it's one or the other. And I'm just backwards as all hell. So we're gonna make, well, what? This one's 130 meters. That one's kind of more even. Okay, now that little slug up there is something we'll talk about later. We don't really need to talk about it right now. Where is this at? Let's rescan. It's right next to that dude. Okay. Well, we gotta kill some more bees. Nya, 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 nya. Ow! Stop hitting me in the butt. Ugh. You little butt. Oh, uh-oh. Ha, 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 ha! Bring it, nerd. Okay. That was scary. Okay, so we've got pure limestone here, and there can be different qualities of the ore that we're finding. There could be impure and stuff like that. I don't think that matters. It might matter on how much I can actually mine up at a time. I don't know exactly what it means as of right now. Might have something to do maybe later on down the road. All I know is we're getting all this limestone. Bam! Perfect. Oh wow, 2 nodes. So now I gotta make a mention. These little nodes that I'm breaking up, I can break those, and those will be destroyed. This little bit though, it's, oh, see, that's normal. This is pure. I think I get more from the pure. The stuff on the ground I can infinitely grind up, right? But these nodes can be found everywhere. That's not what I'm scanning for. The scans look for the veins, I should say. Not these little clusters. The clusters are just a nice little convenience that I find. When we first started walking over here, I don't know if many of you guys caught it, we found a little cluster of sulfur, which is kind of rare to find. I say that now because I've only found 1 vein of it in my main playthrough. Although I haven't been able to scan for it, it's just something I found in passing, which is pretty nice. Can't be mad about it. Now this guy, as you see, he's not drilling anymore, which means he's got all of the iron. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna make some concrete via our workbench. As you can see, it takes 3 limestone to make 1 concrete. Kind of expensive, and concrete's used a lot in the game. So I'm gonna have to find, luckily there's 2 concrete or 2 limestone deposits kind of close by our base. So it'll be useful in the future. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dump 10 of that in there. We've got, what, more cable and 75 iron plates. And we also have reinforced iron plates to work on now. So this is where it's gonna get really, really tough. Is where I have to, it's gonna get cost effective. Alright, so what I'm gonna have to start doing is I'm gonna have to start mining up a bunch of the material to start getting a lot more of it, because it's gonna cost a lot more. As you can see here, this costs 4 iron plates and 24 screws. The screws are made from the iron rods, as you can see here. We need 2 of these plates, by the way. And then the iron plates are made from the iron ingots. So luckily, that wasn't too expensive, but there will be tiers later on that require a lot more reinforced iron plates. Now, there'll be things out in the future that we'll be able to do where we can make alternate paths. So it may not cost plates and screws. It might cost plates and wire. Don't know how that would work. But it is definitely a thing that could happen that we might find, which would be awesome. So we're going to go ahead and dump the cables in. And now all we have to work on is the holy crap amount of iron plates we need to make. Now you can see here, this is where actually what we could do. I was going to say, now you can see where this could be kind of time consuming. What we could do is we could put a smelter down right now. We don't have it connected to anything, but it's something we can do. So let's go ahead and grind that all up. Grind out a little bit of that. I think we need some iron rods. What else did we need? That's it. So let's go ahead and put this bad boy right here. As you can see, the orange is from the conveyor belt bringing it in. That's the input. The green is the output. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and say, hey, make me iron. And then what we could do is just connect that to this. And we got to make sure we don't overload things, because overloading is bad. Come back over to here. Now we can throw the wood in there just as it is, but we have some leaves that we've been gathering. So we could take these leaves and make biomass, which takes a little bit longer to burn through instead of just regular leaves. So it gives it a little bit more longevity. As you can see, it's going to go through a bunch of this pretty quickly. Now we're on this little generator goes, it only has about 20 megawatts of power. Not a lot of power. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a bunch of our iron in here. Right? And it's just going to start making this iron ingots. Now we can come back here and see how much power this is putting out. This gray line is our capacity. The orange and black line is our production and consumption. The orange is how much electricity we're using or energy we're using, while the black line is how much stuff we're making. As you can see, we're going to be eating through this biomass pretty quickly. So we're going to have to make sure we get this going pretty quickly. Now we can make a thing called a constructor, which is a very useful item. We're going to be making a bunch of these. As you can see, they take reinforced plates. What we could do is add it to our to-do list, and that shows us exactly what we need to make it. Now the constructor will take stuff like this iron plate, and it will construct it into an item we need. Meaning we can make iron rods, or we can make iron plates. However, for it to be automated, we need these conveyor belts. So this is where it gets all kind of complicated in a sense. But it's going to be a little bit easier because all we have to do is just throw our iron in here. And then we just come over here and we can grab this. So it's semi-automated as of right now. It's not fully automated, but we're getting there. It's going to take us a while before we can get fully automated. And then we got to worry about being 100% efficient, which is very, very tough for me to do because I'm not very efficient at this game at all. Now, while that's burning, what we can do is we can manually, build stuff, or we can get fuel. Now, playing multiplayer, you can kind of set, certain people to do certain jobs. Eventually, what we'll do is we'll get enough fuel where we don't really have to worry about it. We'll be making fuel and, energies to power the generators and stuff. Again, being fully automated. Bacon! So where we don't have to worry about
this
that.
This consumable possesses minor healing properties.
So
further analysis.
This is called bacon agaric, which is
identification.
health, basically. So we can eat this, and it restores 2 little bars of our health down in the bottom left. So if you die, you lose everything. It's very unforgiving if you die. So you can't die. You gotta spastically save everywhere you go. There is auto saves every so often, which is nice, but just don't die. Dying is bad. Bad. And there's tons of creatures in the game that we haven't even seen yet. There's tons of creatures I'm still learning about. But man, oh man, we gotta prepare for everything. Because if we don't, we're not efficient. And that is our job here. We're supposed to be efficient. We're supposed to find out everything this planet holds. All the secrety secrets. Because if we don't know the secrets, we can't report them to whoever we report him to. So let's go ahead and make some more biomass leaves. As you can see, taking a little bit of time to really gather a bunch of stuff really makes it nice in the end because you don't really have to worry about it. We're already at 23. Boom! 173. So we don't really have to worry about that for a very long time now. We're going to come back over here, pop some more in there, take the iron ingots, and then we're going to come right back over here and smash these plates out. Now, we're getting really close to our 75. Very close. Ooh. Not quite there. Now, again, for us to make an iron plate, it takes 2 iron ingots. So we have to be kind of mindful of that. Ooh, we're close. We're so close with 2 more. Ah! Super close. Now, what I could be doing in the meantime is putting a dropper or a little miner on each one of our ores that we have. One on copper, one on limestone, one on iron, or one on each deposit. Because it would just help us a lot. Boom! Upgrade! Because then we wouldn't be without stuff. And we got new buildings, which is this. New parts, and incoming message.
Congratulations. You have unlocked new buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the build menu and craft bench respectively.
Okay. Now,
8th objective.
we've got biome.
Upgrade, additional power. Advice. When planning the construction of buildings, note the placement of conveyor belts.
Yeah. Don't you worry.
Caution. Overloading the power network guarantees suboptimal performance.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Doing that's bad. Now we got more biomass. This is a different way to make biomass. It's a bit faster and gives you more, which is really, really nice. So, again, biomass is just what we're using to run the generator. Now, what we have is we've got our production, we have our smelters, we have our constructors, and now we have our conveyor belts. Now, to get this really going, to really have this an amazing factory just for our first episode, we need the miner. Because if we didn't have the miner, this isn't a factory. It's us just putting these little drills on everything. So, what I'm going to do next time is work towards that. I'll be making these episodes a little bit longer because there's a lot to do in the game. But, before we go, what we can do, hold on, is I need some of this metal to make a constructor. So, let's make a constructor really quick because I like constructors. Okay, so iron rod, bink. Did I not grab all the iron ingots off of that? I thought I did. So you can see how this takes a lot of time and you're like, man, I gotta hammer all this out. You're gonna be hammering out a bunch of stuff at the beginning of the game. It's just what happens. You really have to overcome it. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, get a bunch of that screws. I only still make one. Oh, because I don't have enough iron plates. Bing, 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 bing. There we go. So we're gonna make a constructor. What else do we need for it? Constructor. So we need 3 allies. See, isn't that nice? Just on the left. It's friggin' amazing. 18 out of 24. We're close. Ching, 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 ching. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, now we should have enough of that. Now we just need some iron plates. Perfect! Nifty! Okay, so let's go ahead and make a constructor. We're gonna put that in our 5th slot. And what you could do, for those of you guys that like making things every nice and even like I do, there's a green line that's right under the TRU. You guys can't really see it, but right there, you see the green line on the ground? That shows a line of symmetry, meaning it will be perfectly in line with something that has an output, or, you know, whatever. No! Super close. Okay, so let me go ahead and take that. And we'll run back over here, put more... Give me a second. Give me a second. Now, soon, we won't have to worry about anything else here. I actually don't know if this is enough cable. So, again, we will need to power this. Oh, wait, I messed up. We gotta place a power pole for this to work. So let's go ahead and delete this line. Connect. Power. Now we have a power line to distribute the power. So now we'll see exactly how much this uses. But now, once the iron is done smelting, it will take us back into the constructor. The constructor will make iron plates. Now, this is the it's semi-automatic now. So now we have this being smelted, this building stuff, and then we just have to come over and make the iron plates. So, next what we have to do is get the drill, because we could have the drill immediately just fish things right into there. Imagine how nice this is going to be. We don't have to hammer things out. We're still going to be, because beginning of the game and all. But it'll be nice. So what we can do is we can throw all of our extra in here. So now it's got a lot. And now it'll just keep making that until the end of time, which is nice. Now again, this is just an example. We're going to be tearing up and making different... a different factory here. I want it nice and even, and what we'll be doing is we'll be putting it on foundations. So these foundations make things look so nice. So it costs cement, which is kind of expensive, but we've been putting everything on this just to make it nice and even, because I like having it even. But this is Satisfactory. Again, I've been having a crap ton of fun with this. On streams, and I was like, maybe people would enjoy watching a little bit of a mini series here on YouTube. So let me know what you guys are thinking of this down in the comments. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And I don't know, let me know if you guys want to see more. Now there's one thing this little crash here is how we're gonna start the next episode. So I'm going to leave it shrouded in some mystery, except for everybody that knows exactly what that is. Then it's not a mystery. But shush! Don't say anything. We got to keep it a secret. Yeah, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all next time. See you, Grayson!